I'm delighted to be joined by Ayesha Al-Shoily, Department Head of Corporate Social Responsibility at Ooredoo Oman. Ayesha, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I'm very excited.
So, as we know, Ooredoo Oman won the Global Women in Telco and Tech Award for Project of the Year. What did that mean for you and Ooredoo Oman?
I was obviously pleasingly surprised, but I was very, very happy, obviously, and it took years to be recognized. So I was very pleased with the award. There is a lot of work involved in all of this. So yeah, I was very, very happy, and all the team who made it happen too.
Absolutely. Well, for those who are unaware, and I imagine there probably is quite a few people who are unaware, can you tell us more about this Springboard program, which was, of course, the winning program, and what work you've been doing to support, gender parity?
Okay, so Springboard is actually a globally award-winning program, which is UK based. And I've been a certified trainer for the last 11 years. When we first started, it was a bit odd just to have a program just dedicated for women. So it was quite a challenge and slowly started growing. And I remember very, very clearly my first workshop, I had like 5 women because they didn't get it at the time. But those 5 women then became my ambassadors, and it kept on increasing. And I mean, the module is very, very effective because it's very proactive, very engaging for women. And I wanted to offer something more to what was already a very perfect module, is to give them a challenge to deliver a program or to deliver a project, a graduating project, if you will, within the program. And that really made it even more effective for Ooredoo Oman.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, I mean, it sounds like it's a really innovative and well-received program if it's being acknowledged on a global scale, which is amazing. I always like to kind of turn this kind of part of the interview, Aisha, over to you as an individual, because you are a woman in this space, and often our experiences are very unique. What is some of the challenges that you've kind of faced as a woman in the telco and tech industry, but more importantly, to make this positive, how did you kind of overcome them?
I think, time really does prove that, and hard work does prove that you gain the fruits at the end. So as I said, I started this 11 years ago, and selling this to management was not easy initially. But then they saw that there was a lot of results. We had such great feedback, and the numbers who wanted to actually participate in the program kept on increasing year by year. My challenges initially was getting a dedicated budget for this program. I managed then to sell this off to our current CEO, who's a great believer in women empowerment at Ooredoo. And he actually helped and dedicated a budget for CSR for this program. So those were my main challenges, is to get the money. Obviously, we need to have workbooks and we need venues and so on. So that was a challenge. But I'm really, really pleased that after 7 years of working really, really hard, I was able to get a dedicated budget to run this across all of Oman. So it wasn't just in the capital, but I actually drove to different areas in the villages in Oman to deliver it to different women in different sectors.
Absolutely. Wow, sounds like a very big challenge, but one that you've overcome very nicely. What do you then think, Aisha, needs to happen in the telco and tech space to kind of bridge the gender gap? Or conversely, do you think enough is already being done in terms of the work?
I would like to speak especially for where I work as Ooredoo Oman. We are very blessed to have a management who really support, equity for both genders. Our chief people officer is a female, and our director of people development is a female. Several department heads are females, including myself. So we do have the support. And for me, getting the support for this program especially tells it all. I needed the money to get this across. The management listened to me, put it into action, and I was able to deliver. So, I mean, apart from the Telco and Tech Award for Project of the Year, I was also awarded Woman of the Year in 2018. for the same project. So, I mean, it was out there, people saw it, and they saw it was effective. So I would say I'm very blessed to work in this organization, and maybe people can use Ooredoo Oman as a benchmark on how they can do this more.
Absolutely. Well, we always need more benchmarks and more representation of how to actually, do gender diversity well. So I certainly would encourage, any of our listeners who are working for other organizations to look to Ooredoo Oman for those great examples. So thank you for sharing that. So this is my last question then for you, Aisha, if you can believe it's over so quickly. You are, of course, the department head for corporate social responsibility. I'm sure there are a lot of young people and young women in particular who will look to women like yourself, in terms of, what they want to achieve. So what single piece of advice would you give them, if they were looking to do what you've done and really navigate this space and reach the top?
I would say persistence, don't give up, be passionate about your message. If you're a believer, you can build a clan who will, once they see what you drive and believe in, will be part of it. I was able to get there because I had the help of my female colleagues to get out there, like our PR team. I mean, when I got the award, I had no idea. I mean, they put all the inputs together and we won, and I couldn't have done it without them, basically. And I wouldn't have reached this far without working closer to women out there. And every woman has a lot of power, and together we're stronger.
Absolutely. Perfect way to end. I can't add anything to that. So thank you again so much, Aisha, for joining us. And with that, I'm going to hand back to you. Over to you, Jel.